All right, everybody, quiet on the set and roll 'em. Hey, everyone, Nick here from handyboy.com. Just a little tutorial, as they say, to show you how Mr. Tattoo Man was made. Now, I've had this idea for a while, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to see the movie tattooed on his face? But I had a few stumbling blocks to overcome first. This is from a lot of trial and error stuff that I'm going to show you right now. First of all, would not be able to number one, painting everything on here by hand was out of the question. I'm not that good of an artist to do everything that miniature and small, so I had to have some kind of decal system. Now, an ordinary decal will not work on a latex mask, so I had to have number one, develop a firm foundation that wouldn't flex. So I came up with the inner plastic shell around a latex mask. The outside is latex, the inner is plastic resin. And I wanted to keep with the authenticity that the mask is still a latex mask, because that's what the whole thing is all about with this mask here, this crazy Mr. Michael Myers. So I developed that, and then I had to develop some kind of decal that would conform to all the contours under the cheekbone and the forehead of the mask, because if you can't print it out on paper and just stick it on or glue it on, because it'll pucker and it'll crease and everything. And so after, once again, trial and error, I came up. This is one of my test decals here. I came up with a pretty good decal system, and I was able to do tests and put it on here, and it conformed to the curves and contours really well. So I was really excited about that. And then I was like, oh man, can I take it even further? And so years ago, probably about 15 years ago, I made a talking Dr. Smith. And he would talk back and forth with my robot. They had a little conversation together using audio clips from the TV show.
Activated. Warning, warning.
But you misinterpreted me.
Warning, warning, warning.
I'm your trusted master. My impetuous friend. Would I want to hurt you? There. It's all right now. Naturally, I couldn't expect you to fly the spaceship. You have far too many more fascinating talents.
Emergency protective circuits deactivated.
Who wouldn't love you?
So then I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool, he's got the movie on the outside of his face. Wouldn't it be cool to have him, be able to say famous clips from the movie? And so then I had to kind of fit him with the same mechanism that I fit Dr. Smith with, which was a talking Christmas tree. Here's the eyes. And they blinked. And I don't use the eye mechanism part, or they went like this. But there was a big, and here's the actual talking part right here. This made the Christmas tree talk. This little thing here. Here's a speaker right here, and this goes into audio box. Now for this part here, this is a kind of a very sensitive mechanism. This was a new mechanism that I just took apart the old Christmas tree. I've been hanging on to these for 15 years, and finally I was able to use another one for this guy here. And it's all trial and error once again. I had to bend these little support things here to an angle. I had to melt them, and then you try it and it's not bent enough, or it's bent too much, so you've got to remelt it and kind of hold it in place so it'll set up in just the right position. And then sometimes you have problems with there's a little gearbox right here, and sometimes the gears stick and you have to find out what's going on and everything. Trial and error, And so finally I fitted him with his voice box here, and I also put in the eye inserts. Also made the eye inserts with a hard resin backing. And one thing I did different with the eye inserts that I usually do, with the typical eye inserts that I made, I shaded them with black airbrushing, shaded them a little darker so you really can't see the eyes. You know that they're there and they have the same glossiness there, but you really can't see the eyes unless you really look closer if it's really bright, because I wanted to have him have the blackest eyes, just like in the movie. And so then, okay, so everything worked fine the first time, except for the new mechanism, which this is right here. It didn't want to work anymore. It kept getting stuck, and I fiddled around with it for hours and hours, and I couldn't get it to work. So I took the mechanism. I used to have a talking Herman Munster, so his mask rotted away, so I used that mechanism to put in the Tattoo Man here. So that worked good. And then I did a little test, and it was working fine. And then came getting the sound bites. So I went to YouTube and grabbed the audio portion of the movie on with a YouTube downloader. You can download it into an MP3 format. Then I transferred that over to the Audacity sound program, and I took out just the clips that I wanted, amplified them, and kind of added some music to it, the little theme music in between, and put them all together into little clips. There's 12 clips, and then drag them over into my little iPod here, and that's how Tattoo Man was made. So let's have a little demonstration here. Fire up my iPod. It goes into okay, here we go.
Excuse me,
Oh,
Lori.
Mr. Bracken, I'm sorry, Mr. Bracken.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Hey, jerk! Speed kill!
I like this one.
Why do they do it? Goddamn kids. They'd do anything for Halloween.
I would do anything for Halloween when I was a kid. It's like, yeah.
Miss Gregson. He came home.
He came home. Mm-hmm.
I met this
And this goes
six-year-old
into this
child
box
with
right
this
here,
bland,
and you
pale,
can control the volume
emotionless
and the
face.
sensitivity of the mouth movement.
The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
Yes, sir.
I saw the boogeyman.
I like this.
I saw him outside.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
And don't you forget it.
Hey, you alright?
I like that one. I cut her screaming a little short, but I thought it was more
Here,
effective.
where? He's 3 blocks down. You go around the back of the houses. I'll watch the front.
Was it the boogeyman? I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Are you sure?
I killed him.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
You can say that again, Mr. Tattoo Man.
What's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
And that's it. Oh, he's smacking his lips there. And that's how Tattoo Man was made. I want to get a few clips from a Halloween too. I want to get the, I shot him. Stop it. I shot him 6 times. And what other line did I like from? I want him to say, "I've been trick or treated to death." So anyway, the non-talking version of Tattoo Man is available if anybody wants to contact me about that. The talking version, because the mechanism is so sensitive, I almost want to stay away from it, because you kind of have to know what's going on with this mechanism, if something goes wrong, if it sticks or whatever. One of the things, his mouth comes out, and it's got to be positioned so that it doesn't bind, because the mechanism moves in an arc like this. So you've got to position this very carefully so that it doesn't bind. And then, well, but anyway, that's how Tattoo Man was made. And see you around. Give me a holler if you're interested in one. Tattoo Man.
I met this 6-year-old child with this bland, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Why do they do it? Goddamn kids. They'll do anything for Halloween.
I saw the boogeyman. I saw him outside.
He came home.